on, everyone? I'm just a typical, average American here today to react and learn about the lesser known areas of London. As an American, I am not familiar with London, besides the most obvious, most well-known attractions possible, like Buckingham Palace and Big Ben. So today, I want to learn about the lesser known areas of London that are really cool and awesome, and yet us Americans don't even know that they exist. This is stuff that only, locals would know about. Locals that don't want tourists and Americans finding out about this, but it's too late. If you're watching this video, you're living in the future. I've already recorded this. I've already found all this out. But, since I'm in the past, I still have to watch the video, so sit back and relax and let's find out some cool areas to visit in London that Americans have never heard about before. Let's take a look.
Everybody knows London Bridge, Oxford Circus, Borough Market, but I'm going to show you some of the coolest
I actually don't know some of those places, but that's okay.
areas around London to check out that you've probably never heard of.
Okay.
By the way, if you're new here, I'm Jess and I make lots of videos for people who are coming to visit London and want to see the cooler side of the city.
Oh, the cooler side. The cooler side, not where all the nerds, the losers hang out, the cooler side of London. Okay, perfect. For me. Haha, cool.
We're in the area of Clerkenwell, which has lots of really good pubs and restaurants,
Wow.
but the standout spot is Exmouth Market.
Exmouth Market. Oh man, I would have pronounced this completely wrong. I would have said Exmouth Market. Exmouth Market, please. And everyone would just be like, where do you want to go? Exmouth.
During the week at lunchtime, there is a pop-up food market where you can get a really good affordable lunch. By the way, make your way down Spotfields Lane if you want a cool little park to have your lunch in.
Oh my god, just the fact that you can go to an area of London and have these sort of live street stand food cart setups. And the thing is, this food looked good. That's what it's not that I've never heard of street food before, or a street cart or a streetcar, food truck. Here in America, you see a lot of food trucks, but this looks good and authentic.
Food market where you can get
That's the big thing about that. Okay.
if you want a cool little park to have your lunch in.
Ah, and a nice park to chill out in, eat your food.
Even if you visit Exmouth Market when it's not lunchtime on a weekday, there are tons of really great food and drink spots as well as shops to check out while you're here.
Everything looks so I don't know, just lived in, authentic, homey. City. This is just like normal London city, restaurants, I assume.
Great food and drink spots as well as shops to check out while you're here.
Huh. Very cool.
London Fields is in East London and it's a favorite area amongst Londoners. Besides all of the great pubs.
London Fields, there's just a river randomly here? I didn't even, this is kind of nice when there's water incorporated into the city. You don't see that too often in America because America is so gigantic and everything is usually, most of America is not the coast. So there's not so much water unless you're on a coast of America. So this is kind of nice to see.
Bars and restaurants that you can check out around here. You can head down to Regent's Canal and go for a cycle or a walk along the river.
Nice. I like these so far. Just her walking around, you can tell these are not areas that are packed with tourists. These are just nice areas to get something to eat or take a walk or sit down and enjoy lunch. Yeah.
This is also where the world famous Columbia Road Flower Market is. It happens on Sundays. It does get really busy. So once you've checked it out and you've had enough, make sure you head over to Ezra Street.
Columbia Road Flower Market. I actually have not heard of that. It's once a week? Sunday? Or there's just randomly a world famous flower market in London? I didn't even know that.
And get yourself some oysters or a pint while you sit on the sidewalk and enjoy with the rest of the Londoners.
Wow. That is so cool. Man, this just makes me think there must be so many little cool things like that going on in London that I have no idea about.
During the Windrush era in the 50s, much of what became the British Afro-Caribbean population settled here in Brixton, so this is the best place to come if you want African or Caribbean cuisine.
There's just a whole area of London where you can get African and Caribbean food. I have literally never seen that as an option anywhere I've ever gone in the United States. I haven't been everywhere in the United States, I gotta be honest, but I've never heard of this, even through word of mouth.
I'd recommend heading to Brixton Village or Market Row. That's where you'll find those places. You'll also see a bunch of boutique shops and other types of restaurants too.
Huh. Very cool. My God, it just goes on. There is endless little shops, very packed close together. Endless stuff to see in London, like all these restaurants and shops, my God. And it's really multinational, multicultural. Like, I'm noticing that as well. That's really cool. London gives you a taste of, literally a taste, if you get the food, of cultures from all around the world.
Do me a favor, write down in the comments if you're gonna now visit any of these areas that I just talked about. And don't forget, before you come to...
The secret's out. The secret's out about these places. Okay, that is not the end. We have some more. She made a part 2 of cool areas to visit in London that Americans have never heard of before. So let's take a look at this. So far, this is very entertaining and very sort of refreshing, you could say. These areas don't look packed. They just look like a calm, enjoyable city center, which I didn't associate with London. I figured London was always packed full of tourists and probably wasn't that pleasant at times. And this is showing another side of London that I really am liking.
Richmond is located in Zone 4, all the way at the end of the district line, and it doesn't really feel like it would be part of the hustle and bustle of London, because
Richmond, Zone 4. I don't know anything about zones or regions or boroughs in London, or that's still something I think I have to learn about, but this is Richmond.
has more of a quaint English village feel.
Cool. Oh yeah, this doesn't even look like London. This looks like a small town community with like a football field here or something, a park, and very open.
The most famous part of the area is Richmond Park, which is huge. It is 3 times the size of Central Park in New York. There are a lot of activities you can do around Richmond Park, but my favorite thing that is the most impressive, in my opinion, is the amount of deer that...
There's just deer? Wait, there's just deer in London. I didn't know, is this technically part of London? If you showed me this video right there, I'd be like, that's just in the middle of nowhere. That's an open field. That's a forest with wild animals. This is part of London?
Are around, so if you spot any, go have a look. Just don't get too close.
Deer!
Back in the main part of Richmond, the highlight of the area is the River Thames. You will always see the locals enjoying it, whether
the River Thames. Yes, okay.
they're by foot, on a boat, or at the pub.
Oh, that's so cool. That's definitely a part of London, an aspect of London that Americans never think about. I'd completely forgotten. River Thames, and you can actually, it looks like quite a few people own a boat or rent little paddle boats. And you get to enjoy that, too. The White Cross.
Bermondsey is really close to some major attractions like the Shard and London Bridge, but it has a quaint neighborhoody feel due to a major renovation that happened in the 80s.
Whoa, what is this called? Bermondsey. It's by some big attractions, but it's separate.
Great pubs, bars, and restaurants, as well as the highly recommended Maltby Street Market.
Wow. Seems like a lot of different districts, or whatever you would call them, areas of London, have their own little special street fairs and street festivals and markets, and it's very cool. I've never seen anything like that in real life. Oh, that's so cool. If you're living in London, my God, what an opportunity. What opportunities you have to explore all these different parts of London, and especially if you're into food. And as an American, I'm into food. I'm into it. And the fact that you can walk down the street and just have endless options of really fresh, homemade, like multinational dishes is incredible, actually. Wow, what is this? Okay, grilled cheese sandwich. Not really the most ethnic or multinational dish you could think of. It's a grilled cheese sandwich, but I would get it. I'd take it.
There are two main streets I'd recommend starting your exploring on. The first is Bermondsey Street, where you'll find the Fashion and Textile Museum. And the second is Druid Street, which is by Maltby Street Market, as well as a bunch of microbreweries and gin.
Bermondsey Street and Druid Street? Okay. And they got a fashion museum? What does that even mean? I'd want to find out. And they got pubs, breweries.
And distilleries, all located under railway arches.
Oh, very cool. This has like a brick. This is like a brewery that Americans try to make in America, and it's like fake, and it's just made to look like a brewery to attract more customers. And this looks like the authentic version, made out of like brick and metal and stuff, and that's cool.
And gin distilleries, all located under railway arches.
And they're built under railway arches. You can't fake that.
And if St. John Bakery is open while you're in the area, drop by for the donut. It is a London institution.
Really? St. John Bakery? Is this a very famous London bakery? Is there only one? Or is there, and it's that famous and you gotta go to this one? Or is it like a bunch around London? Looks good. I'm all for the bakery.
Head south and visit Peckham. You'll find lots of independently run food and drink spots here. Plus,
Peckham, my God. So many places to eat. There's gotta be someone out there who has like attempted to visit every place in London that you can eat. That would be like a vlog you could do. It would take you like 10 years to do it.
the area is probably most famous for Frank's Cafe, which is a summertime bar located at the top of a multi-story car park.
Wow.
Also worth a visit is Peckham Levels, a workshop and community space located in a formerly derelict car park.
Oh, that's awesome. That's awesome. They got the arcade. They got the ping pong. I am enjoying, this is like, man, I almost forgot that we're learning about London. These places are literally like things I would never, ever hear about if I didn't go out of my way to look them up like this. I would never have known about these places. These are really nice. And again, they seem like not so jam-packed full of those pesky tourists, those pesky Americans.
A workshop and community space located in a formerly derelict car park.
This is cool.
This video is part 2 of a series about areas you should visit that you've probably never heard of before. So to watch part 1, click the box down.
All right. No, we already saw part 1. And that's it. Cool areas to visit in London that I've never heard about. That was very enjoyable. That was by Love and London. And I gotta give that a like, because that was genuinely fun. Genuinely fun, and my goodness, I learned quite a bit about London, like that I didn't expect, I guess. It's not just this really dense, historical, tourist-packed city center with palaces and castles and bridges, and that's a really cool part of it, but there's a lot more to London. This really opened my eyes to making me realize it is a city people live in, and it's not all jam-packed. There are areas, lots of areas. I don't know exactly how big London is, but it must be enormous to have all these things as well. There must be so many areas of London I don't know about. But these were really cool to learn about. Lots of restaurants, a lot of street markets, and art, and a lot of stuff that seemed really like just fun and a little more low-key. These are like hidden gem type things, and I enjoyed learning about this quite a bit. Anyway, if you enjoyed this as well, feel free to give this video a like or leave a comment, perhaps with what you think is a cool area of London that is not so well known. And if you're interested in more videos like this, me reacting to the UK and UK culture, stuff about the UK that I've never learned before, feel free to subscribe for more. And until then, thanks for watching, and see you next time.